Hi, friends. Nice to have you with us again. Today we're going to be talking about the letter X, but in a moment I have a really fun book to read for you about gardening because we're talking about that too. And you'll need some color crayons. You'll need your bingo, the daubers. I always call them bingo daubers. That's what we used to call them. Because Mrs. Wallace used to work with some people who are older in a facility, and they play bingo all the time, and we'd use those. That's why I call them that. This is a marker. You're going to be using that. And we're also going to be using a couple worksheets with the letter X. So you can pause as you watch for these worksheets. You can pause and try to find them, so don't panic. This is one of them that you're going to need. This one. They look similar to some of the ones we've done with our letters before. This one has mostly the letter X, if you can see that on there. And this one for our xylophone. And this one here. Okay, so now I get to share with you a really fun book about two boys who are going to dig a hole. My Andy and Ella love to dig, and sometimes when I send them out there to do weeding, that's all they do is dig a big hole in my yard. And so I know how much fun digging is. So this one is Sam and Dave Dig a Hole. And it's by Mac Barnett and John Kelson. And so on Monday, Sam and Dave dig a hole. Can you see them with their dog out there in the yard? They're finding a good spot for their hole. When should we stop digging? Asked Sam. We are on a mission, said Dave. We won't stop digging until we find something spectacular. What would be something spectacular that they would find? The hole got so deep that their heads were underground, but they still had not found anything spectacular. We need to keep digging, said Dave. Do you see something in the picture that they don't see underground? Isn't that neat that this book shows us things that are underground? Would that be spectacular to find? So they kept digging. Ooh, now I see two spectacular things on there. And oh, did you see the dog up here looking at the hole? The dog up there. Okay, they took a break. Dave drank chocolate milk out of a canteen. Sam ate animal cookies he had wrapped in their grandfather's handkerchief. Maybe, said Dave, the problem is that we are digging straight down. Yes, said Sam, that could be the problem. I think we should dig in another direction, said Dave. Yes, said Sam. That's a good idea. Oh my, look at, they were almost to something and they didn't even know it. Huh. And they're gonna go dig in a different direction. I have a new idea, said Dave. Let's split up. Really, said Sam. Just for a little while, said Dave. It will help our chances. You can see them. They're almost to those things, and the dog is almost there. That's funny. So Dave went one way and Sam went the other. Huh. They're really digging a lot, aren't they? But they did not find anything spectacular. Maybe we should go back to digging straight down. They're just missing it again. Yes, said Sam. That's a good idea. Oh my, it's right there. Sam and Dave ran out of chocolate milk, but they kept digging. They shared the last animal cookie, but they kept digging. Oh, look at them. Oh, look at the dog's bone down there. I don't know if you could see that. After a while, Sam sat down. Dave, he said, I'm tired. I can't dig anymore. I'm tired too, said Dave. we should take a rest. They're tired of digging, but they dig a very big hole. Sam and Dave fell asleep. See them sleeping at the bottom of their hole. What's happening? They fell through. Then Sam and Dave were falling. Oh. Sam and Dave fell down, down, down. Whoa! Until they landed in the soft dirt. Well, said Sam. Well, said Dave. That was pretty spectacular. And they went inside for chocolate milk and animal cookies. I love that book because sometimes it's about the adventure. All right, now, letter X. We're talking about letter X. And I know I've been finding things around my home that starts with the different letters that we've been picking. X is hard. You can't really find a lot of things that start with the letter X unless you're an X-ray in a doctor's office. So I found things that end with the letter X. I found some wax. Do you see the letter X here? Wax paper. Okay. And I found my lunchbox that I have from the farm that I work at the fair. My lunchbox. Box is the X sound at the end of that word. And one of my moms in your class, Hugo's mom, she gave me this little fox that goes over my coffee mug, and he ends with the letter X sound. So Mrs. Mormon's going to talk to us a little bit about the letter X.
Hi, preschool friends. I've got my soup can again with the letter X on the front of it. Let's see what's inside. And Mrs. Wallace told us that X makes the X sound, which is kind of an interesting sound. And like she said, X is not usually at the very beginning of words. It's more in the middle or the end. So here's capital X. What do you notice about the shape of X? What does it look like? It's kind of like this, huh? Pretty cool. Two lines. There's capital, and here's lowercase. They look the same mostly. The only thing that's really different about them is their size. Capital letter X is bigger than lowercase letter x. Let's find some things in here that start with X, or actually maybe that have X in them. Ooh, are you ready? I don't know if I can make you guess on these. These are hard ones, so I'll just show them today. This is a fox. Fox. And there's X at the end. It shows you right back here on this side. Fox. Let's find another one. Oh, here's one where it's actually at the beginning. X-ray. X-ray. There's letter X. Pretty cool. This one, I don't understand. Xylophone. I don't even hear that letter X in there at all. Xylophone. But they use an X at the beginning when they spell it. Confusing. But a xylophone starts with X. All right, ready? Here's a fun one. Box. Box. There's that letter X. And the last one, oh, this one's kind of fun. What is this? Taxi. This one has an X, not at the beginning, not at the end, but in the middle. Taxi. Very cool. Now, would you find your paper that looks like this? We're going to use that one right now. There's a spot at the top for you to write your name. I have it covered up by my part of my clipboard, but you're going to write your name just because we're practicing our letters still, and it's a good idea to be able to remember how to write our names. So this one right here says highlight it. So if that could mean like a marker or something, you're going to do that. I'll show you. So the nice thing about this paper is it gives you numbers for where to start. You see the number 1? That's where we're going to start with our pen. So we're going to start up in that corner and we're going to go all the way across. Do you see how I did that? Now go to the other side where the number 2 is. Do you see the number 2? That means that's the second part. So go there, and now you're going to draw across again. See my letter X? And now you can practice that on the lowercase x. Start at the number 1 and go across, and then go to the 2 and go across. This is like an X-ray. I think that's somebody's rib cage, maybe part of their pelvis a little bit. So you can color that because it tells you right here, color. Next, you're going to do rainbow right. What does rainbow right mean? That sounds pretty cool. I think it means you should get a bunch of different colors like in the rainbow and practice on the letter. So I'm going to start with a red, and I'm going to stay inside of the shape, and I'm going to draw first that side and then that side. Do you see how I did that? And I'm going to get another color. Ooh, how about a pretty blue? And I'm going to go across again. I'm going to do it once, and then on the other side. Can you see that? It's starting to show up a little bit more now. So with all the colors that you choose, you can go ahead and rainbow write on this one and on this one. This says box it. I see 2 different sized boxes there. I see a bigger box and a smaller box. Why would there be 2 different sizes? Do you think it's because letter X capital is bigger and letter X lowercase is smaller? I think so. So when you write it, think about the box size. That's going to be the size that you write. So I'm going to do, I don't know if you'd be able to see my pencil, so I'm going to use a crayon, okay? You can use a pencil or a crayon or a marker. So I'm going to go ahead and do a, whoops, a big X right there. What about in this smaller box? Would I do a capital or a lowercase? Did you guess lowercase? You are right. I'm going to get a different color and do a lowercase one right there. And I'll show you. You can do the rest down here for fun. And at the bottom it says trace it. Can you trace on those dotted lines? Make it fun. Use different colors. Maybe use markers, crayons, a pencil, a pen, whatever you find at your house, but make it fun. That's that worksheet, and I want to show you a couple other ones that you can do at home. I'm not going to show you how to do them, but I'll just show you ones that you could do. Okay, this is in your packet, so go ahead and do that. This one's in your packet, so go ahead and do that. This is the one where you have to cut the bottom piece off and glue 2 of the pictures that have letter X. And then again, what's this? Remember I told you it doesn't make the X sound, but it has letter X at the beginning. It's called a xylophone. So you can color that in. Okay, and now I'm going to let Mrs. Holstein show you some fun things to do.
Hi, boys and girls. We're going to do some more activities with the letter X. So now that we know what the letter X sounds like and looks like, let's get our dauber and see if we can find the letter X in a couple worksheets, okay? So I'm gonna get my dauber ready. I'm gonna take my lid off. Remember, it twists off and set it to this side. And I'd like you to get this worksheet out. It has a picture of a xylophone in the middle and a whole bunch of words. Let's read this together, okay? You can put your finger along with me. This is fun practice for later. When you start reading yourself, you can put your finger right under the word. It says X is for xylophone. Max plays the xylophone while his fox rests on a box because he has chicken pox. That all kind of rhymes. Let's see if we can find the letter X in here. So first, this is the easiest one to find. I bet you found it already. X is for xylophone. There's that silly word that has the X. Now, do you see another one? Remember the hint that we gave you? Most letter X's come at the end of the word, so the last letter. Let's take a look. X. There's that X. I'm going to daub it. Plays the xylophone. While his fox, look at the end of fox, rests on a box. Because he has chicken pox. Do you hear it again? Pox. There's that X. Oh, I think we found them all. Let's count them together, okay? I'm going to point to them with my pencil. Let's count together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'll write the number 7 right up here. Can you see that number 7 with my pencil? Here's the number 7. Can you find all 7 by yourself? I bet you can. And then, boys and girls, if you want a challenge, there's another page that looks like this. Aren't there a whole bunch of letters on there? Can you find all the X's? Do it the same way we just did that other page. Just go through and mark them. There are a lot of X's on this page. You know what? Sometimes my friends in my class like to cross off any letter that's not an X. That's just more practice in writing an X. So you could do that too if you want. All right? Boys and girls, thank you for joining us today. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.